Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome live to the FGCU softball complex for Senior Day here in Fort Myers as your FGCU Eagles welcome in the Dolphins of Jacksonville University. This is a good old-fashioned rubber game, folks. These two teams split a doubleheader yesterday, a couple of low-scoring, well-played affairs, and the winner of this one will take the series. Final home game of the regular season for your Eagles, so they turn to one of their 8 seniors in the circle. It's Sarah Lawton up against JU. Former Eagles Samantha Pullman leads it off, and the first pitch from Lawton is down and away for ball 1. Well, it's one of those days full of hugs and tears for the Eagles, a stirring ceremony before the game. Good 30 minutes before first pitch, they began to introduce the Eagles seniors. That one's bunted foul, 1-1. With Pullman batting, it'll be Braytek and Roberts to follow. But these seniors are so close, and they've come to this point in many different ways. A few JUCO transfers. A lot of them, though, are key contributors on this team, and so all 8 of them are in the starting lineup today for Coach David DeRose. Pullman, a former Eagle, lines one towards the gap in right center for a base hit. Callahan in right will have to play it off the wall. Pullman pulls in at second with a leadoff double. So right away, JU with a runner in scoring position, and Allison Braytek, the second baseman, coming up. But so appropriate that JU was in town for this senior day here in Fort Myers because Pullman was such a big part of this team the last couple of years, and exchanged a big hug with a couple of her former teammates and her head coach. And they honored her here as well for the FGCU Senior Day ceremony. So trouble spot early for Sarah Lawton. First pitch to Braytek is lifted down the right field line. Diving catch is made by Callahan. The runner tags and heads to third, but what a play by Farley Callahan. Diving towards the right field line, one away. So action early here in the top of the first. The double to the wall by the former Eagle, and then a diving catch by Callahan. That was a fair ball. Would have been a run-scoring double at least had Callahan not come in to make that play. So Roberts will be the batter, the first baseman, with a runner on third and 1 out. Coach DeRose checking on Pullman. I think he came over to talk a little smack to his former player as well, saying, hey, did you leave early? But the umpire says she left on time. She got such a good jump off of second. It kind of did seem like she left early, but they say no. So Roberts, the batter, 1 out and a runner on third. Eagles will bring the infield in. Maddie Johnson plays third base today with Hope Hernandez at shortstop. As that one just missed away for ball 1 to Roberts. Haley Morell is at second base with Taylor Bauman at first. Ani Jumper does the catching. It's a senior-laden group in the field today for FGCU. 1-0 pitch is lifted deep to left field. That should score the run. Batterton coming over to the line, makes the catch. Here comes Pullman. The throw to the plate is off the runner and not in time as the Dolphins take a 1-0 lead in the first. So Pullman helps the Dolphins manufacture the first run of game number 3 of this series, and it's 1-0. Sacrifice fly for Hannah Roberts, her 26th run batted in this year. So 1-0 lead for JU, and every run in this series is crucial. Eagles will be going up against the best pitcher in the conference today, as that one is lined up the middle by Cassidy Cross for a base hit. So Cross is aboard with 2 outs, and it keeps the inning going for Mackenzie Buss. Buss, the shortstop, in the 5-hole.
Shortstop number 7, Mackenzie Buss.
6 through 9 in the JU order reads Rodabaugh, Kennedy, Watson, and Holloway. These are the top 2 teams in the Southern Division for ASUN softball. First pitch from Lawton is low for ball 1. Sarah Lawton got the start on Wednesday against the number 3 team in the nation, the Florida Gators. Gave up a 2-run homer in the first, but then really settled down. Put up 3 more zeros after that before being lifted. It's a pretty strong performance overall against the number 3 team in the country. 1-0 is high for ball 2. Overall this year, Lawton is 7-6 with a 2.14 ERA. Opponents hitting just 2.16 against her, so solid numbers across the board for the senior Lawton. Bus is from Cape Coral, a fifth-year senior. That one's on the inside corner for a strike. 2-1 now. FGCU marketing team here in Fort Myers honoring the JU seniors as well during that ceremony, and Bus was one of them. As Jumper heads out to the circle now to speak with Lawton. So for the second straight start, Lawton having some trouble in the first inning, or not including yesterday, but 2 of the last 3 now she's given up runs in the first inning. She gave up 2 runs in the second inning in game 1 yesterday. So all of the runs she's given up recently have been very, very early in the ball game before she settles down to post up zeros. So Coach DeRose is out there. You can just see a lot of smiles out there today for these Eagles. Because this game has no bearing on the postseason, even though it's a really high-powered matchup against 2 of the top teams in the league. And that's because FGCU has a comfortable lead in the Southern Division in terms of conference record. They are 11-3. Jacksonville is 9-8. So it looks as if FGCU will be the number 1 seed, and they will be the number 1 seed going into the postseason with only 1 weekend left. They'll be at Stetson next weekend before postseason play begins. JU, though, does have a little bit to play for, as that one's outside for ball 3. They're trying to hang on to the number 2 seed so that they can get their in-city rival, the UNF Ospreys, at home. Right now, JU has a 1-game lead on the Ospreys, and they will meet next weekend. So most likely 2 weekends in a row for those teams, as that one catches the outside corner, strike 2. The 4 seed is Stetson. They are 3-11, so FGCU will get them here at home in 2 weekends. So you'll have, in the Southern Division, 2 examples of teams playing each other 2 weekends in a row. So FGCU will be very familiar with Stetson, and these Dolphins will get very familiar with UNF. That one's sprayed out of play, and the at-bat continues here for Bus. JU won the first game of the doubleheader yesterday 3-0. As Lawton started that game, that one's fouled off again. And then the Eagles came back to level the series with a 2-0 victory in game 2. That was a complete game shutout from Marissa Meesemore without a single strikeout. You do not see that very often, but 7 scoreless, 1 walk, 6 hits. 3-2 is lashed foul on the right side. Late swing by Bus, but she stays alive. Top of the first inning here in Fort Myers. Happy you could join us for this FGCU Senior Day. It's a 1-0 lead for the Dolphins here in the first inning. Here comes the 3-2, and it's fouled back. Bus continues to battle Lawton. Another 3-2. Rolled towards the left side. Hernandez backhands. Long throw, not in time. Runner heading for third and will make it. No throw by Bauman. It's an infield single for Mackenzie Bus. Third hit of the inning for JU. That was a pretty ill-advised throw by Hernandez there. Had no chance to get Bus. And as soon as she let that ball go across the diamond, Cassidy Cross took off for third base. So first and third with 2 outs. And Victoria Rodabaugh comes to the plate. Left-handed hitter against Lawton. First pitch. Misses away for ball 1. The catcher Kennedy on deck now. With Lawton trying to stop the bleeding here with just 1 run. The pitch. Chopped over the circle, could be trouble. They step on the bag. Morel gets there as that ball took her right to the second base bag, and she steps on it to get the force and end the inning. JU settles for one on the sac fly by Hannah Roberts. Eagles come to bat next. You're watching A-Sun Softball.
Leading off for your Eagles, the left fielder, number 88, McKenna Batterton.
Eagles come to bat for the first time today against the best pitcher in the conference. It's the senior Alyssa Bilodeau. 9-7 with a 1.42 ERA. So disregard the record. She has been terrific. 142 the earned run average, holds the opponents to a batting average below 200 as McKenna Batterton takes down and away for ball one. Bilodeau pitched a shutout in the first game of the doubleheader yesterday, trying to replicate that here on Sunday. Leads the league with 139 strikeouts. The 1-0 is on the outside corner, strike one. She leads her teammate, Sina Mora, for the league lead in ERA, 0.4 of a point better than Mora. So the Dolphins pitchers rank 1 and 2 in the league in ERA. That one's outside for ball two. Big reason for their 23-15 record. By the way, Lawton, who pitches for FGCU today, is 5th in the conference in ERA. So you've got 2 of the top 5 pitchers in the league in terms of earned run average. 2-1 is lifted towards left field. Will it stay in play? Yes, but nobody gets to it. It's a foul ball. 2-2 on Batterton. McKenna Batterton, the leading hitter for FGCU, a .358 mark this year. More walks than strikeouts. She is a hitter. One of 3 qualified Eagles batting over 300 this season. The 2-2. Looped over third. Coming in to make the catch is the left fielder Cross, and Batterton is retired. Batterton is the only one of those 3 hitters in the lineup for this game. Nini Rowe and Reedy Davenport are not starting because it is senior day, so Coach DeRose got all the seniors in there, but Davenport and Rowe both have to take a seat to get those seniors in there. I would assume we'll see them at some point today, but not starting. So now it's Hope Hernandez, the shortstop. Bilodeau's first pitch is popped up foul off the right side. Hernandez plays a lot of second base as well, but playing shortstop today to make some room for Haley Morel on the right side. And so Hernandez is in Davenport's spot at shortstop. Hernandez, one of the 8 seniors from Tampa, Florida. 0-1 pitch. Up high for a ball. Maybe not as quite emotional a senior day as usual, just because all of these seniors know that this is not their final game here on campus. They know they've got that home series in 2 weeks in the postseason. 1-1. Swinging a foul ball to the screen, strike two. But I would have to think that everything that they've gone through the past 14 months with COVID has a lot to do with the emotions today as well, because they had to go through the shutdown together, losing the whole second half of last season, and then this season having to go through all the protocols just to get some practice time in the fall and the winter to get ready for this season. That one's in the dirt for a ball. And they've had some players miss games due to contact tracing here on campus, especially early in the season. And of course, they've had to follow more rules than they're accustomed to the past year plus to make sure that they can stay on the field. 2-2 from Billadou. Looped over first, going to be a tough play, and it's off the glove of the second baseman, Braytek. Hernandez will slide into second base. That'll be a double for Hope Hernandez. Eagles managed only 2 hits yesterday against Billadou, so already halfway to that total here in the first inning.
Next up, second baseman number 23, Haley Morrell.
Billadou got through a complete game shutout yesterday with only 74 pitches. 7 innings, only 2 hits, 8 strikeouts, and 0 walks. Here's Morrell playing second base, and she fouls it back 0-1. But again, Billadou only a 9-7 record, so I guess you can call her the Jacob deGrom of ASUN softball. No run support, just continues to plug along and dominate opponents. And, like deGrom, threw a shutout this weekend. And, like deGrom, allowed only 2 hits. 0-1 is inside for a ball. Of course, the Stetson baseball program is here this weekend, playing FGCU right next door. So you've got a very busy corner of campus here today with baseball and softball playing simultaneously. Doesn't happen all that often. That one's fouled back, strike 2. They are also playing a rubber game today. A couple of really close games next door the last 2 days. Baseball winning 4-3 on Friday, losing 4-2 yesterday. And those are the top 2 teams in the ASUN South on the baseball side. So this is the ASUN Diamond Sport capital of the world this weekend over here in Fort Myers. As that one's low. Looks like Stetson's got a 1-0 lead in the first over there at the baseball field. I'm sure we'll be made very much aware of the happenings next door throughout this game today. 2-2 on Morrell. Eagles trying to get that run right back. Billadou fires, swing and a miss, high fastball. And Morrell down swinging 2 away.
Next up, your first baseman number 42, Taylor Bauman.
Not a ton of strikeout pitchers in the ASUN. Billadou is one of only 2 pitchers with over 130 strikeouts this year. And then you have to go down to 109 for the third place performer in strikeouts. Melanie Bennett is the other pitcher over 130 along with Billadou. There's strike 1 to Bauman. And then Kirby of Liberty is third. And the Eagles pitchers, despite the low ERAs, not many strikeouts at all. Lawton leads FGCU with 54, so less than half of what Billadou has. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Good cut by Bauman right through it, and it's 0-2. Bauman is the power threat for FGCU. She's got 4 of the team's 7 home runs. And Bauman started her career with a couple of home runs on her first 2 career hits. Trying to bring it full circle and end her home regular season career with 1. That one's upstairs for ball 1. Bauman, of course, one of the 3 Eagles pitchers. And so all 3 FGCU pitchers are seniors. Basically have to replace 100% of the innings next year. Be a tall task for Coach D. Billadou's 1-2 is inside, and it goes even on Bauman. Tough take. Billadou wanted it. But the threat continues with Hernandez out at second base. Bilodeau's 2-2. Swing and a miss. Good low, firm one from Bilodeau. And Bauman down swinging to end the inning. So a couple of strikeouts for the JU ace. And we'll head to the second with the Dolphins up 1-0. Madison Kennedy leads it off for JU as we start the second inning. Sarah Lawton deals outside for ball one. It'll be Kennedy, Watson, and Holloway here in the second for the Dolphins. Able to score 1 run on 3 hits in the first. It was a leadoff double by Sammy Pullman to lead to that run. Erica Ayers' team out to the lead here. That one's low from Lawton, ball 3. Ayers has really built this program up. Came to Jacksonville in 2016 as an assistant. This one's lined towards the hole, a base hit into left field. Kennedy got it off the end a little bit, but able to muscle it past Hernandez. And it's the 4th hit already for the Dolphins.
Designated player number 25, Caroline Watson.
So Caroline Watson, the batter. Looks like we may see a pinch runner here. Number 12, Leah Zakowicz, ready to check in. So Zakowicz, the pinch runner at first. So Zakowicz at first, and Watson at the plate. Watson, the sophomore from Orlando. And there's strike one. Watson batting .271 this year, just her 19th start, so starting a little less than half the games this year for JU. 0-1 is bounced foul behind home, strike 2. Got that one off the end of the bat. This is game number 40 of the year for FGCU, game number 39 for Jacksonville. Now, when you start to see those types of numbers, we're reaching the end here. Guaranteed 5 more games this season after today. Swing and a miss on a high one. Watson down swinging. That's the first strikeout for Lawton. We have seen hitters on both sides now really chase those high ones. So Haley Holloway comes to the plate. 1 out and 1 on. This one's rolled out to second. Morrell can't make the play, but she gets the force. So good job by Morrell to stick with it and record out number 2. 4-6 on the fielder's choice. So Zakowicz erased. And there's 2 down now for the top of the order in Pullman.
Next up, center fielder number 9, Samantha
Pullman
Pullman.
lined a double to the wall in right center to start the day. Batting with 1 on, 2 out. First pitch, high, ball 1. Lawton takes a little off and nails the outside corner to even up the count, a ball and a strike. This is the 14th start of the year for Lawton, 2 less than Marissa Meeseymore. But Lawton got started to the season a little bit late due to that contact tracing, strike 2. So they have basically shared the innings pretty evenly ever since she returned from those first few games missed. And then Bauman third on the team, 59 innings for her. The 1-2 is up high, runner goes, throw to second, Morrell's tag, not in time. Looked like they got her. A great throw by Ani Jumper, who's got a cannon back there. And Morrell came in a little bit late, but she was able to time it well as the ball came in. I mean, it's a perfect throw by Jumper to lead Morrell right to the runner, and she got the tag down quickly, but they call Holloway safe. Stolen base number 1 this year for Haley Holloway. So Pullman digging back in on 2-2 here with Holloway at second. This one's lined to center. Coming in and making the catch is Ashley Hayes to end the inning. So Lawton works around the leadoff single, puts up the first 0 of the day on her line. We'll head to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0 Jacksonville.
First up, your designated player number 31, Marissa Meeseymore.
Bottom of the second inning here at FGCU. John Vitas happy to have you along for this one as Marissa Meeseymore leads it off. 5, 6, and 7 in Coach DeRosa's order against Alyssa Bilodeau. Bilodeau gave up a double to Hernandez but came back to punch out the next 2 batters as Meeseymore swings under a high one, 0-1. Bilodeau has been able to tempt those Eagles hitters with that rise ball up in the zone. And on senior day where everybody's loose and kind of freewheeling it, that might be a good strategy. Expanding the zone. Meeseymore will be followed by Callahan and Johnson in this inning. That one dives outside, 1-1. But Meeseymore has put together quite a career here at FGCU. Has a large contingent in the crowd today, as most of these seniors do. All kinds of family members coming out to support. Swing and a miss, chasing again, 1-2. But there were a lot of names to be read pregame with family, friends, and many others in the house today to support these Eagles players. Of course, limited capacity because of social distancing. So the FGCU family and friend contingent taking up a good portion of the stands today. There's ball 2, 2-2 on Marissa. But the career stats are impressive for Meeseymore. Mostly in the circle, but getting some action at the plate too. This one's rolled foul on the right side. She's always had some at-bats over the course of the year, but primarily a pitcher. Even last year during the shortened season was able to rack up 71 innings. She's had a large workload in the circle every year here. The 2-2. On the outside corner, might have been a little high, but it's a called strike 3. That's 3 straight strikeouts now for Billadou.
Next up, your right fielder, 32, Farley Callahan.
How many innings she had? What's her career innings total? Career innings total for who? So Callahan, the batter, 1 out, nobody on. Billadou's pitch is rolled towards second base. Braytek charges, handles, and fires, 2 down. So Billadou getting locked in, 4 in a row retired after she pitched a 2-hit shutout yesterday. That'll bring up Maddie Johnson, the third baseman.
Next up, your third baseman, number 2, Maddie Johnson.
27th start of the year for Johnson, so was starting about 2 out of 3 this season. First pitch from Billadou is outside, ball 1. Johnson, the transfer from nearby FSW, junior college here in Fort Myers. And a good one. They are number 1 in the nation again in JUCO softball. As that one misses upstairs, ball 2. Billadou is not afraid to go up the ladder over and over again. Johnson, a 3-time member of the Dean's List, honor roll member, magna cum laude bachelor's degree in communications. That one's fouled back, 2-1. And that was one of the more impressive parts of the Senior Day ceremony. It seems like all of these seniors are graduating with plenty of honors, and Johnson's certainly one of them. Two-one pitch. Hit sharply towards the middle, flashing over Braytek, and the throw is on target. Well done by Braytek to get to that ground ball, set her feet, and make the throw. It's a 1-2-3 second for Billadou. On to the third, 1-0 Jacksonville. Allison Braytek leads it off against Sarah Lawton as we start the third inning. 1-0 JU as Lawton deals away for the first ball of the at-bat. Braytek just made 2 terrific defensive plays at second base, and as happens so often, leads off the next inning. Lawton ready with a 1-0. Catches the outside edge to get even. Braytek swinging it at .291 this year. Only 10 strikeouts for the season. 1-1 is outside, ball 2. Seeing some strikeouts here in this one. Billadu has 3 already. Lawton's got 1 as well. 2-1 is popped up right to shortstop. Hernandez is going to get cut off by Johnson, who makes a basket catch for out number 2. Out number 1, excuse me. So Roberts coming up with 1 out and nobody on. Pop-ups count as 2 outs. You didn't know that? First pitch to Roberts is on the corner for a strike. Roberts drove in the only run of this game with a sac fly to left in the first. From Jacksonville, Lawton comes home. Stroke towards center field. That is down for a hit. Hayes has to play it on a bounce. That is base hit number 5 already for JU. That one's low for ball 1. These two teams met earlier in the year, late in March, and FGCU won 2 out of 3 up in Jacksonville. So if JU can win this game, they would even the season series 3-3. There's a bunt back to the circle. Only play is to first, and Lawton bounces it down the right field line and all the way to the corner. Getting the wave is Roberts. She will score. And Cross goes all the way to third. That is a 2-base throwing error against Lawton, and it's 2-0 Dolphins. Well, Callahan was properly backing up, but that ball came in so hot, skipping towards the corner, that it was off her line, and she had to backtrack and chase it all the way into the corner. So you can give Cross credit for the sacrifice there. Roberts goes second to home on the error. Cross goes first to third on the error. So that is a huge mistake, and that one's on the inside corner for a strike. It's 2-0 JU, and a chance for another run here on a fly ball. Buss reached on an infield single last time, and she pulls one foul for strike 2. Again, both games yesterday were shutouts. So a 2-run lead is more like a 6-run lead in a normal game with these two teams playing. The 0-2, swing and a miss, chased it high, and Lawton's got her second strikeout. That's the second out. So Rodabaugh coming up. First pitch, up high, ball 1. Lawton's next pitch. Outside, ball 2. You've got Kennedy next. Outfield pretty shallow for FGCU against Rodabaugh. as Lawton fires. And that one is cranked foul out of the stadium. That might have had home run distance. Rodabaugh has no homers this year, but she showed some pop there. Home run totals much higher for JU. We mentioned FGCU has only 7 homers all year. The Dolphins have 22. The 2-1 is on the outside corner, strike 2. Lawton's pitch. Down and away, skips away from jumper just a little bit, but she's able to jump on it and keep cross at third. So Eagles have their work cut out for them now against Billadu, down by a pair. Here's the payoff. Hit down the line, a foul ball. Cross did a good job to jump out of the way. And the at-bat continues. Strong breeze today, blowing from left to right. That should help the lefty hitters if they pull one in the air. Here's the 3-2. Reached for, rolled towards short, cut off by Johnson. The quick throw is in time to get her and save a run. Good play by Maddie Johnson to keep us at 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the third here in Fort Myers. Ani Jumper, the first woman up against Alyssa Billadu here in the bottom of the third inning. Billadu with 3 strikeouts, 1 hit allowed through the first 2 innings. Jumper's first chance so far today, and she fouls one right off the mask of her opposite number, Kennedy, 0-1. Ashley Hayes will be next for FGCU. And then the top of the order, Batterton after that. 7 righties, only 2 lefties in the order for the Eagles today against Billadu. Hayes is a junior, so she's the only senior not starting for FGCU, and it's interesting that she gets the start in center because Nini Rowe is usually the center fielder. And she's not in the lineup. The 0-1 is rolled towards the middle, cutting across his bus, and the throw is on target to retire Jumper. Really solid infield defense so far from Jacksonville. Had a couple of tough plays where infielders have had to range in either direction. And not only do they make the play with plenty of time to spare. They've been throwing out some of these FGCU base runners by large margins. So now it's Ashley Hayes, the center fielder. First pitch to her is up high for ball 1. This is the first start of the season for Ashley Hayes. Just 1 for 6 at the plate this year. Swing and a miss. They use her a lot as a pinch runner. She's got some good range in the outfield as well. But Hayes gets the opportunity here on senior day, even though she is a junior. The 1-1 now. Down and away from Billadu. Ball 2. Hayes from nearby Naples, Florida. Both the baseball and softball programs here at FGCU with a lot of Florida kids on the roster, and really no reason to look elsewhere. It's one of the best states there is for those sports. That one's outside for ball 3. Number of local kids as well. And Hayes is one of them. Hayes went to Barron Collier High School. The 3-1. Up high, ball 4, and Hayes is on. Draws the 1-out walk, and FGCU has a base runner against Billadu. Billadu will walk some. She has 30 walks in 124 innings. So here's the Californian native Batterton, breaking the mold we just talked about. First pitch from Billadu, up high for ball 1. Batterton flew out to left her first time up. Eagles with a chance here to get at least one back against JU. The pitch up high for ball 2. Third baseman Rodabaugh coming over to offer her counsel to Billadu. A rare fit of control issues here. The 2-0 at the bottom of the zone, but ruled ball 3. You can see Billadu with a perplexed look after that one just missed low. Pitch coming is low, ball 4. Same spot, same result. Seems like the strike zone has just disappeared for Billadu here. And a couple of walks have put 2 runners on for the meat of the FGCU order. 2, 3, and 4 coming up. It's Hope Hernandez with 2 on and 1 out. And now we get a visit from the pitching coach and a big opportunity for FGCU. It's Hope Hernandez, who doubled her last time. Transfer from Troy University. On the AD honor roll 3 times, and will get a bachelor's in economics. Here we go, big spot. Bottom of the 3rd, Eagles have 2 on. Billadu ready. This one is looped to the same spot over first. It's a catch. What a play by Holloway. The throw to second will end the inning. My goodness, what a play by Haley Holloway, taking at least one run away from FGCU. We have seen terrific diving catches on both sides in that same exact spot as Holloway came flying in to make the catch. To the 4th we go, still 2-0 JU. Madison Kennedy leads it off, the catcher,
13, Madison Kennedy. I thought the same thing.
to be followed by Watson and Holloway. First pitch from Sarah Lawton is at the knees for strike one. Start of the fourth inning here at the softball complex. This has been a good one. We have seen some outstanding defense, especially on the JU side. But now both right fielders have made highlight reel grabs. Good job by Johnson to stab it to her left, but the throw gets under the glove of Bauman. That'll be an error to allow Kennedy to reach. I think that might be an error on Bauman. I don't think that ball hit the ground. It was obviously a low throw, but that's a ball that Bauman would tell you she has to have, and the leadoff batter is on. And it will be on Bauman. And so that allows Watson to bat with somebody on. We might have a pinch hitter, actually.
Ashley? Yeah. Gotta know how to say her name. Next up, number 17, Ashley. Direction.
So Ashley Direction comes to the plate. Number 17, and a quick little trip to regroup here. We're just talking about how great the defense has been, but now that's 2 errors on FGCU in as many innings. Now, Callahan made that great catch earlier, but since there have been some issues now. Ashley Direction at the plate. And there's ball one. The Direction hitting for Watson, who was the designated player here. Corners in the 1-0. Off-speed pitch evens up the count. Well, Direction not looking to bunt here. The 1-1. Foul back, strike two. Lawton ready, the pitch. Popped up, shallow left. Hernandez back into the grass, and the shortstop gloves it for the first out. So Lawton has the first out of the fourth, and it brings up Holloway, who just made that outstanding catch in right field.
Right fielder number 20, Haley Holloway.
There's a bunt, first base side. Bauman over to get it and tags the runner. So Kennedy advances to second on the sacrifice, and it puts a runner in scoring position for Pullman. Putting a lot of faith in Pullman, giving up the second out of the inning. So it's kind of all or nothing here for the center fielder. David DeRose out of the dugout. We'll see if this is it for Lawton or whether she will face her former teammate. And that will be it for her as Coach D takes the ball. Possibly the final regular season outing here at home for Sarah Lawton, who is going to turn things over to Marissa Meesemore, who is out of the dugout to pitch in relief. We'll take a quick break. Pitching change here at FGCU. So Pullman the batter, 2 outs and a runner on second. Marissa Misi-Moore into pitch. Pullman 1 for 2, has hit a couple balls hard, hits another one hard into left field. They are going to hold the runner at third, and now Pullman trying for second. The tag is not made. The runner coming to the plate, and they've got her in a rundown. Jumper throws to Johnson, and now there's 2 runners at third base. Johnson's going to run after Pullman, or rather Hernandez slaps the tag down, and the inning is over. Good luck scoring that one, but it's the 3rd out of the inning as FGCU gets out of it. Base running miscue by the Dolphins. It'll go down as a base hit for Pullman, and then chaos after that. We'll head to the 4th, or head to the bottom of the 4th. It's 2-0 JU.
Next up, number 23, Haley Morrell.
Haley Morrell leads it off against Alyssa Bilodeau here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Dolphins leading 2-0. They just had a runner try and score, but a rundown ends the inning. Swing and a miss, Morrell late. And boy, Bilodeau's got some big-time velocity coming out of that right arm. Big reason why she leads the league in strikeouts. And the 3 batters coming up here all struck out against Bilodeau their first time up. There's ball 1. Those are her only 3 strikeouts. Nobody else has struck out against her. And Bilodeau was very close to allowing a run in the previous inning, if not for a diving catch by Holloway and Wright. The pitch coming home, and it's popped up right side, but the catcher Kennedy will run out of room. That's ball 2.
I think I could have caught Billy, but no, I think it's right here. I could have had that one out. You could have. Back in the day when I used to spread it out. Too old for that now. Too old for that.
Here's the pitch. Line towards right, and getting turned around is Holloway. It's going to go to the fence. Morrell makes the turn, and she is in with a leadoff double. Morrell taking one the other way, and FGCU's got a chance to get some runs back. Both hits now have been doubles against Bilodeau. And it brings up Taylor Bauman. So we'll have a pinch runner here. It looks like it's going to be Hannah Szymanski, number 5. So Szymanski will run for Morrell.
In the game, the pitch run for the Eagles, number 5, Hannah Szymanski. And now up to bat, your first baseman, number 42,
So it seems like FGCU's bats are starting to get more comfortable against Bilodeau, facing her for the second straight day. Bauman ready. Bilodeau delivers. She shows bunt and stabs at it, and it's a foul ball coming back behind the plate. Bilodeau's 0-1. Another bunt. Bauman pulls it back, and the count's even now. Dolphins putting on the full wheel here in this bunting situation. Pinch runner Szymanski all by herself out there at second base. And get a big lead after the pitch is delivered. Here it comes, and it's outside again, ball 2. Center fielder comes in, they tag, and Szymanski's called safe. Oh, tricky play by Pullman. And it was so obvious how much space Szymanski had to operate out there because the middle infielders were quickly bailing towards the corners, and Szymanski got a little too aggressive out there, and Pullman came flying in and almost picked her off. Here's the 2-1. Bauman gets it down. Bilodeau has to go to first, makes an accurate throw, and the sacrifice pushes Szymanski to third. So 1-4 on the sacrifice, and Missy Moore comes to the dish. Big spot here. Missy Moore now the pitcher, no longer the designated player. And we're going to get a pinch hitter here. Missy Moore coming out. Reedy Davenport coming in. Starting shortstop for FGCU gets a pinch hitting appearance. Taking a seat today for the seniors. She's a junior. So another visit to the circle here. Bilodeau trying to regroup, and she is a strikeout pitcher. So that's what they're looking for here. Davenport with only 1 home run this year, but batting .311. She is their leader. Also leads the team in walks. Takes strike 1 from Bilodeau. Leads the team with 8 doubles as well. Szymanski with plenty of speed at third. Here's the 0-1. Low, and it's even. Jacksonville willing to give up a run on a grounder towards the middle. Third baseman Rodabaugh is in. Would be a tag play at the plate. Pulls back a bunt. It's a squeeze. Szymanski has time to get back. That's strike 2 on Davenport. With Rodabaugh coming in at third, that gave Szymanski some time to get back because Davenport missed the squeeze attempt on a pitch that was way outside. Good job by Bilodeau to recognize it and pull that pitch. Here's the 1-2. Tapped in front of home. Szymanski holds. Bilodeau will hold it as well. Infield single for Reedy Davenport, and runners are at the corners with 1 out. So Farley Callahan comes to the plate with runners at the corners and 1 out. Coach Deros calling Farley over to have a word. This is the prototypical bunting situation, safety squeeze situation. Callahan making her 33rd start in 40 games this year. So big spot here. Corners in. JU nursing a 2-0 lead. Bilodeau's first pitch. There's the bunt. It's pulled back. Runner goes, and Davenport takes second. Crafty play drawn up by Coach Deros. Willing to give up a strike to take the force away as Davenport steals second base. Now both corners come in. 0-1 from Bilodeau. Swing and a miss. Callahan took a rip on a high pitch, but it's strike two. The 0-2. Upstairs. Oh, it hit her. It just grazed Callahan on the arm. She reacted. The umpires saw it, and now the bases are loaded. Johnson will be lifted here. And Amaya Gaynor is going to pinch hit. So Gaynor's going to run it first, it looks like, for Callahan. And Johnson will hit for herself. So you've got Morrell at third, Davenport at second, and Gaynor now at first. Or sorry, Szymanski at third, pinch running for Morrell. Davenport at second and Gaynor at first. All three of the base runners were on the bench when the inning started. And Johnson, the senior on senior day, has a chance to make her presence felt. You can see Bilodeau directing traffic with her corner infielders. A force at every base, only one out though. Johnson dug in, grounded out her first time up. Pitch on the way. Drilled deep down the left field line. Cross going back. It's over her head and rolling to the fence. Szymanski scores. Davenport scores. And Maddie Johnson has tied us up at 2. Johnson able to crank one to the fence in left field. And just like that, FGCU has evened this one up. The Eagles not intimidated against the top pitcher in the conference here in the fourth. Ani Jumper to the plate.
Next up, your catcher number 4, Ani Jumper.
And that one has to feel good for Johnson, who was below the Mendoza line before this one. Coach Deros showing some faith in his senior, and she comes through. Jumper swings through a fastball. Good swing, 0-1. Still only one out.
Nini's going to pinch hit for Ashley, guaranteed, if there's 2 outs.
Bilodeau's pitch. Bunted, runner coming, the shovel, the tag, and she is out at home plate. Gaynor with the head first dive. Close play, and Kennedy apparently got the tag down in time. So it's 5-2 on the put out at the plate. Johnson moves to third. Jumper is aboard on the fielder's choice. So 2 outs. Ashley Hayes coming to the plate. Hayes drew a walk in her first look at Bilodeau. That one's inside, runner goes. They're going to let Jumper take second base. So now a base hit could score 2. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Right on it. 1-1. Holloway has come way in right field. Now backing up a bit. The pitch. Looking to bunt, and she got drilled in the shins. Billadu looking a little frustrated. Has hit the second batter of the inning. And the bases are loaded again, but this time for the top of the order and Batterton. You would much rather face Hayes than Batterton with the inning on the line. Batterton, we mentioned it, a .358 hitter. And looks like JU has some questions about where Hayes was in the box there. They're going to bring the umpires together to discuss it. Clearly, Billadu was frustrated after that result, and I think she thought that maybe Hayes was out of the box or crowding the plate too much. And so the umpires get together. Jose Chaparro is the home plate umpire, Stan Cook at first, and John Schaefer at third base. This ASUN crew having a discussion, and a long one, about this situation. I don't know if the base umpires could really see much there, and Jose Chaparro says safe, so they will not change the call. And the bases are loaded here for Batterton. Runners take their leads. First pitch. Strike. Batterton watches it 0-1. So now it's Johnson at third, Jumper at second, and Hayes at first. The 0-1. Up and away for a ball. Batterton is a polished hitter, can go to all fields. Eagles trying to get her on however they can here to take the lead. Here's the pitch. Called a strike at the top of the zone, 1-2. So Billadu able to get ahead. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled off, came up high again, and Batterton was able to get a piece. The pitch. Rolled to third, gloved by Rodabaugh, and the throw is in time. Able to make that play and get JU out of the inning. Eagles strand 3, but they score 2 on the Johnson double. We'll head to the 5th. It's a new ball game. 2, 3, 4 coming up in JU's order. We've essentially got a 3-inning game now. Tied at 2 with 3 innings left. Marissa Meese-Moore in the circle now for the Eagles. Came in to get the final out in the 4th. It came on a base hit where the lead runner got caught in a rundown between third and home. That one is on the inside corner, 1-1. It's Braytek, Roberts, and Cross here in the top of the 5th inning. FGCU getting 2 in the 4th. They had the go-ahead run thrown out at the plate on a squeeze play. There's strike 2. And then unable to come through with 2 outs. So we're all tied up with Meese-Moore just getting her day going in the circle. Swing and a miss. Gets Braytek swinging. And it's the first strikeout of the day for Marissa. Meese-Moore with 374 career innings. 8th all-time in FGCU history and 7th in strikeouts. She also is 7th all-time in wins with 40. There's strike 1 to Roberts. 3-time member of the Dean's List. 6-time member of the AD Honor Roll. Meese-Moore now with a discussion with the home plate umpire, Jose Chaparro. Not sure what's bothering her at this point, but Coach Adiro's coming to check it out. So both head coaches now interested in what's going on. Meese-Moore's looking down at her armband on her left arm. Erica Ayers having a discussion now. And we're ready. This is the 3-hitter for Jacksonville. 0-1. Popped up, right side. Bauman over to the dugout. And cannot make the catch, strike 2. Meese-Moore does not strike out many, but she is effective. Only 33 strikeouts in 108 innings this season. 0-2 is up and away. This is just her 7th relief appearance this year. She's made 17 starts. So not her typical role, but on senior day, everybody's getting some run as Jose Chaparro got a one-hopper into the stomach there, and he is taken back and trying to catch his breath now. So the Eagles get together in the circle to give him some time. Stan Cook comes over and checks on his home plate umpire. I'm sure he's taken plenty of those himself. Foul ball went right through the legs of the catcher jumper and right up into Jose. We're ready. Meese-Moore fires. This one's popped up a mile high to left. Batterton coming in, fighting the sun and the wind, able to make the catch for out number 2. So Roberts retired, and it's all left to Cross here in the 5th. Meeseymore was excellent in relief on Wednesday against Florida and was able to piggyback that success into yesterday, where she threw a complete game shutout and did not strike out a single batter. We mentioned it earlier. 6 hits, 1 walk over 7. Bouncer right to Hope Hernandez, and the throw is true to end the inning. A smooth 1-2-3 top of the 5th for Marissa Meeseymore. Eagles come to bat after this. John Vitas bringing you back to the campus of FGCU as we start the bottom of the 5th. New pitcher in the game for Jacksonville. It's right-hander Skylar Whitty. So Whitty in relief in a tie game after Alyssa Bilodeau had some issues in the 4th inning. The senior from La Plata, Maryland, goes 4 innings, gives up 2 runs on 4 hits. 3 of the 4 hits came in that 4th inning, as Hernandez takes strike 1. Only 3 strikeouts for the conference's strikeout leader. 2 walks and 2 hit batters, and those 2 hit batters really cost her in the 4th when she allowed those 2 runs. Allen's in for a strike to Hope Hernandez, 1-2. Morrell and Bauman due up next. 2, 3, and 4 in the FGCU order, already on their 3rd trip through the order. Eagles got 2 in the last inning to tie it up. Whitty comes home, and it's looped towards the 3rd base wall, and it's in play, but Rodabaugh couldn't get there. This is Whitty's 19th appearance of the year, but like Meeseymore, not accustomed to coming in relief, only her 4th relief outing. Whitty and Bilodeau have basically been splitting the starts, and they actually have 15 each if you include today. Whitty is 7-6 with a 3.28 ERA. The 1-2, he's high for a ball. So you've got a couple of contact-oriented pitchers in the game right now. If you do the strikeouts per 7, both pitchers maybe at 3 Ks per 7 or less. Whitty and Meeseymore, the 2-2, up high for ball 3. And both of them allow the opponent to hit above 260. So We may see some action here with Whitty facing Meeseymore in relief. 3-2 to Hernandez. Is drilled to left, but in play for Cross, and Cross makes the catch on the fly out, one away, and Morrell coming up.
Second baseman, number 23, Haley Morrell.
Morrell doubled to the right field wall to start the rally in the fourth inning. The pitch on the inside corner for strike one. Both lineups, though, having to make some adjustments against new pitchers late in the game. The 0-1. Line over third. That's rolling towards the corner. Playing it down is Cross, and that will hold Morrell to a single. Able to stop it just before it got to the warning track, and even though she bobbled it, that held Morrell at first. That ball was absolutely smoked. Morrell has her second hit and will be pinch run for again. It's going to be number 22, Emily Estroff. Estroff had an eventful day on Wednesday against Florida. She played both third base and second base against the Gators, and then in the seventh inning came in to pitch for the first time all season. Came in with the bases loaded and was able to get out of the inning for FGCU. So Estroff now showing even more versatility, pinch running for Morrell. She is the go-ahead run. First pitch to Bauman is strike one. Morrell is a big-time hitter, that average approaching 350. Despite part-time duty this year, the 0-1 is on the outside edge for strike two. Whitty ahead. Here's the pitch. Up and away. No chase from Bauman. You do have Meeseymore on deck, re-entering for Davenport after Davenport pinch hit and came through with a base hit earlier. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Bauman chases low. It's the first strikeout for Whitty, and it's all left to Meeseymore in the fifth.
Next up, your number 31, Marissa Meeseymore.
Meeseymore struck out looking against Billadu. And then, again, Davenport hit for her in the fourth. It's just her second at-bat. And she watches high as Estroff continues to lead off of first. One-0 pitch from Whitty. Down and in. Ball two. Farley Callahan would be next. These two A-Sun rivals tied at 2 in the rubber game of this three-game series. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Down and in, ball three. Oh, Meeseymore showing patience and well ahead now. The next pitch, right down the middle, strike one. 3-1 to Marissa. Is lifted deep left center field. Pullman going back, looking up, and it's gone! Marissa Macy-Moore on Senior Day with a go-ahead 2-run homer. And FGCU takes a 4-2 lead on the Dolphins. With 375 innings in the circle, it's Macy-Moore's bat that does the damage today. Second home run of the season for Macy-Moore.
Next up, right fielder 32, Farley Callahan.
4 unanswered runs for FGCU after falling behind against Billadu. Callahan watches low for ball 1. Callahan pops it up over first, foul ground. Roberts there. Roberts makes the catch to end the inning. But Macy-Moore delivers the big swing of the day. A 2-run bomb to straightaway center field. And the Eagles will take a 2-run lead into the 6th. So after giving herself a 4-2 lead, Marissa Macy-Moore will try and take it to the finish. 2 innings to play here in Fort Myers, and Macy-Moore dives one low for ball 1 to Mackenzie Buss. It'll be Buss, Rodabaugh, and Kennedy in the top of the 6th inning. Macy-Moore just recently delivering a 2-run homer to center field. As she fires away 2-0 now. Just the 8th home run of the season for the entire FGCU team. And amazingly, 5 of the 8 home runs have come from Eagles pitchers. There's ball 3. Bauman and Macy-Moore now atop the home run leaderboard for FGCU. And 2 of the 3 pitchers. That one just barely grazes the inside corner, 3-1. Over on the baseball diamond, the FGCU Eagles team riding a 5-run first inning to take a 5-3 lead on Stetson as they are playing in the bottom of the 5th. There's the 3-1, and it's in for a strike. Like we said earlier, a very busy day over in this part of campus. After this game, the 8 FGCU senior softball players will graduate on the field. They're going to bring the graduation ceremony to them because, of course, graduation is next weekend, but the Eagles will be on the road to play Stetson. That one's looped towards third. Johnson is there, and she makes the catch to retire Bus one away. So not only will the friends and family of the seniors get to watch their final regular season softball game here at home, they'll also get to watch them graduate. What a day to be one of the 8 seniors. That one is in for a strike. I mean, what a more appropriate way for a softball student athlete to spend a day. You'll be playing Jacksonville, hopefully beating Jacksonville, winning a series against a good team. This one's looped over third, tailing foul. And then you get to graduate on your field where you've poured in so much, heart, sweat, and tears over 4 years. And you'll be hearing the PA announcing and the live action of the baseball game as you graduate because they're playing next door. And so it's just a baseball, softball kind of day here at FGCU. O2 is up high for a ball. Macy Moore 5 outs away with a 2-run lead. If she can put this inning away quickly, she may be able to avoid facing the 2-3-4 hitters for Jacksonville in the 7th. That one misses ball 2. Rodabaugh here is the 6th hitter for Jacksonville. So she goes 1, 2, 3 in this inning. She'll face 8, 9, and 1 in the 7th inning. 2-2 pitch. Lined off of Johnson's glove, but Hernandez can't reach it. Almost got the assist there on the line drive. It's a 1-out single for Rodabaugh. Base hit number 6, or check it number 7 for Jacksonville. Rodabaugh's first, and it brings up Kennedy, who's 1 for 2. Johnson, with a reaction play, was able to get the glove to the ball just in time, but couldn't squeeze it. And it ricocheted in the air past Hernandez. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Hernandez made a leap for it, but it was out of her reach. You got Durakjian on deck, who pinch hit earlier. The pitch, swing and a liner back to the screen, 0-2. The pitch, up high for ball 1. Macy Moore ready again. Misses inside with that tailing pitch, and it's 2-2 on Kennedy. Kennedy, the tying run for the Dolphins. This has turned out to be a great finale between these two teams. Again, both games yesterday were shutouts, so they weren't quite as back and forth as this one has been. That one just missed low, and now it's full. Both teams using multiple pitchers here in this final game of the series. Payoff pitch is fouled off. This is the final meeting of the year between these teams, but they could see each other again in a postseason scenario. The way it works this year in baseball and softball, because there's two divisions, the North and the South, the top 4 teams in each division will move on to the postseason, which eliminates only one team in the North Division. So everybody in the South will make it. That one's high for ball 4, and Kennedy is on. And so now it's first and second with 1 out, and Direction coming up. And then the first weekend of postseason play will be at campus sites with best-of-3 series in both baseball and softball. We get a pinch runner here at first base. Number 11 is coming in. That is Madison Reynolds. Pinch running for Kennedy. So as we mentioned earlier, as it stands right now, FGCU will host Stetson here at home in 2 weekends. And Jacksonville with a 1-game lead on North Florida. We know those two are going to face each other. The question is which campus gets to host in Jacksonville. Right now it would be JU's campus. But a lot will be determined next weekend when they meet in the regular season. So these two teams are not slated to meet up in that first round, but they could see each other in the second weekend of postseason play as Direction fouls it off in what will be a 4-team double elimination tournament with a trip to the NCAA tournament on the line. Eagles have not been to the tournament since 2012. They did win a regular season title in 2016, and they've been right at the top of the league year in and year out, but just haven't gotten there. They haven't won an ASUN tournament since 2012. That one's hit sharply off of Johnson. Hernandez able to flag it down, but everybody's safe. That'll be a base hit for Direction. That was hit hard. And the bases are loaded with 1 out now, and it gets real interesting. Haley Holloway to the plate with a chance to tie the game for JU. The Eagles now clinging to a 2-run lead here in the 6th. Infield is in for FGCU. As that one misses up and away, they've made a couple of defensive changes before this inning. Emily Estroff, who pinch ran for Morrell in the bottom of the 5th, remains in the game at second base. Casey Huber has come in at first base for Bauman. The 1-0 is low for ball 2, and of course that allows Bauman the opportunity to warm up to pitch if needed here down the stretch. She is the only one of the 3 Eagles pitchers who has not been in the circle yet in this game, and she typically closes out games. That one is on the inside corner for a strike. So if the Eagles do take Misi Moore out, it would likely be Bauman who started this game at first base. 2-1 now on Holloway. One of the seniors for the Dolphins. Off-speed pitch, misses upstairs, ball 3. And a baseball just came flying in and drilled the third base umpire in the shoulder. I wonder if that was a home run from the baseball game. The right field pole hangs over the back of the third base dugout here. Now the bullpen is in right field as well, but the direction which they warm up in the bullpen, I don't think there's any way it could have ended up on our field. So that was probably a home run ball that just hit the third base umpire. The 3-1 is lifted out towards right field. That'll score a run. Callahan is there. She makes the catch, fires to the cutoff man Huber. Throw to third, not in time. A run scores on a sacrifice fly from Haley Holloway, and it's 4-3. I'm a little surprised that Callahan threw to Huber. Should have really been lining up a throw to third. That's the runner that matters, as now The pinch runner Reynolds is at third. Direction at first. And it's all left to Sammy Pullman. How about this? The former Eagle, and maybe the biggest at-bat of the game against her former teammate, and Pullman takes high for ball one. You think Meeseymore knows Pullman well as a hitter? They probably faced each other in practice a lot. And now facing each other with the game on the line in A-Sun play. 1-0 is fouled off and held by the catcher 1-1. A base hit here would tie the game. 1-1. Chopped up the third baseline foul, strike two. This one's rolled to shortstop. Tough play. Hernandez's throw is not in time. This game is tied. Reynolds scores as Pullman beats it out, and the speed that the Eagles team knows so well from Sammy Pullman ends up burning them on the other side today. Close play. Hernandez did everything she could, but Sammy Pullman runs way too well. Her third hit of the game, and we are tied at 4. Inning continues for Bradick with runners at first and second. That one is pulled foul towards the Eagles dugout, 0-1. By the way, we did confirm that baseball that came flying in and hit the third base umpire was a Stetson Hatters home run. The 0-1 is rolled out to short. The flip to second ends the inning, so that was quite a shot to reach our field on the fly. The inning comes to an end on the 6-4 fielder's choice, and we are tied again. Middle of the 6th in Fort Myers.
That is number 2, third baseman Maddie Johnson.
7, 8, and 9 coming up for FGCU here in the home 6th inning. Skylar Whitty back to the circle for her second inning of relief. Gave up a 2-run homer to Meeseymore in her first inning after their ace, Alyssa Bilodeau, allowed 2 runs over 4 as the starter. So Johnson, Jumper, and Hayes due up. Whitty's first pitch is low. Johnson pulling back a bunt. Johnson delivered the first big swing of this game for FGCU. A 2-run double to the left field corner in the 4th inning. That broke the ice for the Eagles, who had struggled to score against Billadu to that point. The 1-0. Low, ball 2. So they've put up back-to-back 2 spots the last couple of innings, trying to keep that trend going in what is now a tie game in the bottom of inning number 6. (2-0) from Whitty. Missed somewhere, ball 3. New catcher in the game for JU. It's number 23, Hallie Kern. So Kern behind the plate for Kennedy. As that one finds the zone, 3-1. Johnson, the senior. Now the pitch. Low, ball 4. Johnson draws the walk. She's on base for the 2nd straight time. And the Eagles have the leadoff batter on. So more offense in this game than we saw in the first 2 games combined. There were a grand total of 5 runs scored yesterday. And we've got 8 runs in this game alone here. There's a bunt. Jumper pulls it back, ball 1. Jumper has hit a couple of balls on the ground in this game. A 6-3 put out, and then a fielder's choice. Looking to bunt. There it is, and a good one. Fielded by Rodaball. Fires to first in time. 5-4 on the sacrifice, advancing Johnson to 2nd. Well, now you definitely play for 1. And we'll see if Hayes bats. Hayes is due up. Batterton would be next. And I think Coach D is making a move. Hayes has been on base both times, but has yet to put a ball in play, a walk and a hit by pitch. And Coach DeRose making the move. It's number 25, Abby Thomas, batting for Hayes. So Thomas and Batterton will be the combination trying to give FGCU the lead. Both these teams love to use their benches. They've got a number of players that they trust. They can play multiple positions, pinch run, pinch hit. And in the Eagles' case, a couple of two-way players in Bauman and Meesey-Moore. So here we go. Runner on 2nd, 1 out. Thomas takes strike 1. Here's the pitch home. Just missed low, 1-1. Thomas has started 20 games for the Eagles this year. This is only her 4th appearance off the bench. One thing she does do is put the ball in play. The 1-1 is in for strike 2. Only 4 strikeouts in 23 games played. Now 24 with this at-bat. Corners are in. Thomas trying to score Johnson. Whitty with the pitch. Chopped out towards shortstop. Backing up to field is Buss, and the throw is on target for out number 2. So since it was hit to the left side, no chance for Johnson to advance. And it's all left to McKenna Batterton here in the top or bottom of the 6th inning. So this is what you want if you're FGCU.
Fielder number 88, McKenna.
Your team leader in batting average in a spot where all you need is a single. You got Johnson at second with good speed. Outfield's relatively deep against Batterton. First pitch. Up high, ball one. Batterton 0 for 2 with a walk, so you can say she's due. Good chance she has seen Whitty before.
Who is the only one to be a four-time? California.
Whitty comes home and just barely grazes the bottom of the zone, 1-1.
Four-time first teamer?
No.
Just a four-time any team selection. Four-time any team. She made first team and freshman,
But it's
second,
only
and
for
then
3 years.
Whitty delivers. Slashed foul on the left side. Batterton knows she got a pitch to hit. Now it's 1-2.
2016, 17, and 18.
right, there was 1 year she didn't get selected. Yeah, she didn't. Those were the only 3 years that was four-time.
Because it was the all
Four
freshman.
team. Yeah, it was
Two
two
in-
teams. 2 in 1 year. Right?
Yeah. Guys are pushing it.
Whitty trying to polish off the inning. Batterton pops it up. Behind the circle, it drops in. Johnson's trying to score. The throw, and she's safe at home. Maddie Johnson scores from second on a ball that didn't make it out of the infield. What hustle from the senior as Batterton takes second as well. Oh, Whitty just let it fall, which was a big mistake. I think she had a chance to get to that ball, but she thought that maybe Roberts or Braytek was in position to make the catch, and they were not. As soon as that ball hit the dirt, you knew Johnson was going to kick it into high gear around third. And since she was able to go on contact, she scores from second. It's an infield single since nobody touched it. And you can give an RBI to Batterton as well. Batterton goes to second on the throw to the plate. So an RBI single that went no more than 70 feet from home. And Jay, you did a good job on the recovery there to make it close at home. And it was a pretty close play, but Johnson able to get the hand in ahead of the tag. And now Hernandez can extend the lead.
It's fine. If I was bleeding, it's worth it.
And Hernandez skies one fouling out of play. Now this game's had a lot of highlights. You could put together quite the reel. We've had a couple diving plays in right, a home run. JU has had some highlights offensively. But the last couple of runs scoring on hustle plays on the infield. Pullman beating out an infield grounder to tie the game. And now Johnson going second to home on a little flare as Hernandez gets a hold of one to pretty deep left, but a room for Cross, who makes the catch to end the inning. A lot of hard contact today from Hope Hernandez. Only one hit to show for it, but she has made her presence felt at the plate. Eagles take the lead. We head to the seventh. It's 5-4 FGCU. Top of the 7th inning, last chance for JU. They have fallen behind again after tying it up in the 6th. Eagles got one in the bottom of the inning, and now Meeseymore is back out to try and close it out. Roberts takes high and away for ball 1. It'll be Cross and Bus to follow, 3, 4, and 5 in the Dolphins' order. Meeseymore gave up 2 runs in the 6th, but trying to nail it down here. Off-speed pitch, gets her even, 1-1. Roberts is 1 for 2 in this game with a sac fly, a single, and a flyout. 1-1. Fouled back, strike 2. She is right on it. Roberts came into the day batting .307 with 6 home runs. That's second on the team.
Bring in the bucket. Game changer. Matty Johnson, which the third bucket, that's what it is. It's blue.
Third bucket, the third blue bucket.
I don't know what the third bucket looks like.
Nene Rowe has come in to play defense. She's in center. Swing and a miss. Meeseymore gets Roberts chasing up and away, and there's 1 out in the 7th. Second strikeout for Meeseymore, and it brings up Cross. Meeseymore would be the winner if she can close this one out, as the Brandywine, Maryland outfielder Cross comes to the plate. That one is on the outside edge, and Meeseymore gets ahead. Got a couple Marylanders on this JU team. The starter was as well Billadou. Johnson and Huber guarding the lines. Leo 1. Swing and a miss. Meeseymore beat her up in the zone. Strike 2. That one's foul. We'll do it again. Cross has had a pretty good day. 1 for 2 with a sacrifice. Bus on deck, 1 for 3. So this trio here against Meeseymore have all had base hits. The pitch. Down and away. Cross not chasing. And Meeseymore top 10 in FGCU history in wins, innings pitched, and strikeouts. Here's the pitch. Looped foul, hooking towards the sidewall as Cross stays alive. Meeseymore comes home, and it's high. Good take by Cross on a pretty tempting pitch. The pitch popped up. That one's going to get out of play over the back of the FGCU dugout. So Cross putting up quite a fight here in this rubber game of a 3-game series between the top 2 teams in the A-Sun Southern Division. We mentioned it earlier. If JU could win this game, they would even the season series as Cross spoils another one. FGCU went up to Jacksonville, won 2 out of 3 earlier this year. They've split the first 2 games here in Fort Myers. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off again. That one's going to end up on the baseball field. And so it'll be at least a 9-pitch at bat here for Cassidy Cross. Here's the pitch. Up high, and Cross wisely able to take it and bring the count full. 1 out, nobody on. JU trying to scratch across a run to keep this game going. The 3-2. Reached for, line to center. Rowe coming in will make the catch. Rowe broke back, had to adjust and come in, and uses 2 hands to bring it in low. So 2 outs, and Mackenzie Buss is the last chance for the Dolphins. JU got out to a 2-0 lead in this game against Sarah Lawton, the FGCU starter. Eagles were completely stifled by Alyssa Billadu through the first 3 innings, but they were able to break through in the 4th and the Johnson double, and then put up 2 more to take the lead in the 5th on the Missy Moore home run. First pitch to Buss is up and away. JU quickly came back to tie it in the 6th inning on the sac fly from Holloway, an infield single from Pullman. They have yet to get a base runner here in the 7th against Missy Moore. That one misses upstairs. Marissa had to throw 10 pitches to retire Cassidy Cross and has now fallen behind on Mackenzie Buss, so Jumper will head out there. Seems like a pretty good time for a visit to try and give Missy Moore a chance to slow things down, catch her breath after that long battle with Cross. Eagles playing no doubles in this situation. Batterton, Rowe, Callahan all very deep in the outfield. Huber and Johnson near the lines at the corners. 2-0 pitch is popped up, shallow left. Hernandez is there, and Hope Hernandez squeezes a series win for FGCU. The Eagles start 8 seniors here on Senior Day, and they get it done, beating Jacksonville by a final of 5-4. A great back and forth affair here on an ASUN Sunday, as this one wraps up in just over 2 hours and 10 minutes. Marissa Missy Moore gets the win. Did give up a couple runs in relief, but a very strong final inning. Missy Moore gets her team leading 13th win of the year. She is 13-6. As Alyssa Billadu will get a no decision. The starter for JU, Skylar Whitty, is hung with her 7th loss of the season. Whitty is now 7-7 for the year. Eagles win the season series over Jacksonville 4-2. They improved to 12-3 in ASUN play. That's good for first place in the South. They are 23-17 overall. Jacksonville falls to 10-9 in conference play, 23-16 overall. If UNF wins today, Jacksonville and UNF would enter the final week of the season tied for 2nd place, which means that their 3-game series next weekend would determine who gets home field advantage in the first round of the ASUN postseason. Well, we hope you enjoyed this one. What a game we had today from the FGCU softball complex, where Missy Moore stars the 2-run homer and gets the win in the circle as well. These players, or the 8 seniors, are about to graduate on the field. You can see them setting up the chairs on the left side of the infield. So a great day to be an FGCU softball player as they get the win and take 2 out of 3 in this weekend series. They will get another chance to play here at home. It'll be in 2 weekends in the first round of the ASUN tournament against Stetson. We thank you for tuning in, and again, hope you enjoyed the broadcast from Fort Myers. For everybody here on our campus crew, I'm John Vitas saying so long, where FGCU takes it by a final of 5-4.